Welcome, everyone, to Stepping Up to the Plate. So glad you could join us. I'm your host, Michael Vega. Wonderful to be with you again after our summer sojourn here. We took a few weeks off. I got to mow the lawn finally. And happy to be here with my main man, Al Prizzuti. Al, great to see you again. And so much to catch up on. You know, so much has happened over the course of the summer with the Red Sox catching fire right before the All-Star break, 10-game winning streak. Then they come back and have a crucible of a road trip. They go out and they play the NL division leaders in the Cubs and then the Phillies. And then, of course, you know, they come back to Fenway to play the Dodgers, take 2 out of 3 out of them. You know, they got 4 games out of those teams, out of the 8. Respectable, Al. And then they go out, you know, to the Twins and take 2 off of them. Now they're going to be able to.
No, they lost the first game.
The first, but I think they'll take 2 off of them.
Well, today, yeah.
Yeah. But there's much to be hopeful about, I would say, especially now that we've arrived the trading deadline. And, you know, it looks like there's a demonstrable need for the Red Sox to add a pitcher, I think, more than anything else right now.
Well, I think certain circumstances have changed.
Right.
When Meyer went down.
Yes.
Because I think that Duran was definitely on his way out.
Well, I think he played his way back onto the roster.
What I'm saying is with Meyer out and you know, right now it looks like they need. Hey, he had a home run last night. He's not hitting as well, but he's a ball player. I mean, he's fun to watch. So you kind of hate to see a kid like that go, but if he can bring you a frontline pitcher, it'll happen. And there's no question in my mind it'll happen. And they've got other guys that you can couple with that to get more. I mean, certainly Connor Wong's gone.
And I mean, is he a trade chip? Is Christian Campbell now a trade chip?
No, I don't think so.
You know,
he had 3 hits
well, you've got to look at the guys that they have down in the minors, because I mean, those are the guys I think you can think about moving. You know,
well, they don't want to put Cedeno Rafael at second base.
No.
He's a center fielder. He's great in center field. He made a great catch last night.
Right.
Hamilton can't hit anymore for some reason.
But boy, he can steal bases.
But that's all he can do. So
well,
he's a guy. The Yankees want him, incidentally. So there's been some interest there, and so I think Hamilton is a guy that could go. Connor Wong's a guy that there's a lot of guys on that team that'll go if the right pitcher is available.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, there was some sentiment that maybe the Sox and the Royals would do a deal for Seth Lugo, but then the Royals re-upped him, and so now he's off the market. A couple of guys I thought that, you know, Josh Naylor as a first baseman they might go after, and then he got traded. So it seems like the market is drying up. And Al, have you noticed there have been no real deals to be made here right now?
I know, right? Well, it's kind of interesting in a way because there are a lot of teams that are questioning whether they're buyers or sellers.
Right.
The Red Sox got to be in that category too.
Of buyers, though.
Well,
I'd say that I think they're buyers now.
I think they're buyers, but they could be sellers. I mean, this team. If you look at this team, 500. They're a little better than right now as a 500 team. Okay, when they play the muscle, they either lose 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4. But they take a game when they're home. Just recently, I mean, they beat the Dodgers, which is a good team.
Right.
2 out of 3. But you got to remember, the pitcher won the game for them. I mean, what's his name? The ace.
Crochet.
Yeah. He's definitely a star. In any 3-game series, he's going to win a game. So,
Bregman comes back and gives you some big at-bats, too. I mean, he's getting healthy.
You know what? So did Story. Story, actually, if you look at Story in all of the different categories, he's either 1, 2, or 3 in every one of them.
And Cedeno Rafaela, too. I mean, that
Rafaela is, see, there's the diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Okay? You can see what Duran is going to give you. If he gets a single, he gets a double. If he gets a double, he's home on a single. I mean, he can run. He can hit. His power's down considerably, but he's a ball player that if you had pitching, you never give up.
Yeah.
Okay? So he's an expendable guy because he's got talent and everybody's looking and saying, Jesus,
I don't part with him.
Well, I
I
think
do
they
not
will.
part with him.
I think they
We
will.
made the mistake before with Mookie Betts.
No, not the long.
And what
not
did you
even
get for
close.
him? A ham sandwich,
Yeah, well,
basically.
Kind of won.
Yeah.
But if you look at
point
it,
exactly.
I think the Red Sox are. They should be sellers.
No, Al.
That's my opinion. They're just not that good.
I disagree. I could disagree with you more. I think they should be buyers right now. But the problem with being buyers in this market,
they're not going to win unless they
there's
get
not.
pitching.
It's going to be a rental you're looking at. But you got to get someone in here that's going to bolster this rotation. Because what happens is that they're leaning on guys. They're leaning on guys that they're going to blow out at the end of the year.
Well, I mean, losing Tanner Houck was a question mark to begin with.
I think he's off the table.
Well,
Yeah.
he's a question.
He may be DFA'd at this
be.
point. Yeah.
Bello, hot and cold. He's been a decent pitcher, but hot and cold.
Emerging. I'd say
I
I see more of an upside trajectory.
I
for
see
him.
more of an upside than a downside. Houck definitely down. Giolito's been their best pitcher, other than.
He has reinvented himself.
You know what?
The guy that hasn't yet, that's still out there, is a question mark, is Bueller.
Oh, Ferris he's gone.
So, do you trade him, or could you make him a serviceable fourth guy in a playoff rotation? Maybe the first guy out of the pen.
No,
I mean the Dodgers didn't they use him in that role?
all my thing on the fact that he was a playoff pitcher for the Dodgers. That's all he's ever been.
Yeah.
Incidentally, so he doesn't have this stellar legacy. He's a 3-4, 4-5 in the American League. He might be a 3 in the National. They need pitching and they need relief pitching. They need a 7 and 8 guy.
Yeah.
Because Aroldis Chapman's been he's been the surprise for everybody.
Didn't the Diamondbacks have a couple guys?
Yeah, I mean, there's teams around. The problem is everybody wants. Look at 2 or 3 teams have gone to the Red Sox and said, "I want Jared Duran," and the Red Sox have said, "What are you going to give me for it?" And they've put guys up there that you would think that the Red Sox would say, "Okay," if they wanted to get rid of them. They don't really want to get rid of him.
You know why?
Yeah,
he's under their control right now, monetarily speaking.
I think though he's a kid that has got some questions here.
Right.
And so they look at this
but
whole
Al,
thing.
That guy plays hard every game. He's posted. I'm telling you, you don't give up on guys like that.
You know what it is? He's something that the Red Sox have never had. They've never had a kid that can win a game on his feet.
Oh.
Red Sox have never had anybody that could run anyways. But
well, I mean, then you have a guy like Story who's athletic. You have Roman Anthony. We haven't talked about him. More and more I see him at the plate, the more and more I'm reminded of Ted Williams.
Oh, no, not even close. I'll tell you what he's got, though. He's disciplined at the plate.
He very much.
Dana Raphael is not disciplined.
Yeah.
He is. He hits the ball hard, but he's hitting 260. He's only got 2 home runs.
Right.
I know he's 21 years old. I'd say.
You know what? I think
I need more time with him.
Yeah, and you know what?
I think he'll be a good ball player. I just don't think he's Ted Williams type.
No, Al. He's not ready. He's not ready for the Hall of Fame
The press
yet.
has made him.
We're not
coming.
But everyone raves about the kid's, comportment at the plate.
Well,
and
Ted
I
Williams
think that's like he's on the launching
pitches.
pad of greatness. I think.
I don't know about that. I think what he is he's going to be a fine ball player. He can hit. Seems like he can hit in the clutch. He's knocked in some big runs. He had a couple of hits last night. Oh, 1 hit. He was 1 for 4 last night. But Earl Weaver used to say it all you want. You can give me 10 hits. Give me a guy who hits the home run.
The big hit, yeah.
And I'll take him. So
and you know what, Al? These guys have been doing that. They've been hitting home runs. They've been getting home runs.
Who's the RBI leader for the Red Sox?
The RBI leader right now for the Red Sox, wouldn't that be Cedane Raphael?
Trevor Story.
Trevor Story. Okay.
Story has got 20 home runs. All right? Raphael can hit. He's another kid that can hit.
Yeah.
But you see all these guys, and Duran is down. I mean, his production's been way down.
William Abreu.
Well, Toro's gone. There's a kid that, he came from Venezuela. He's a Canadian. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
But I was looking him up. He's a journeyman ball player that's played pretty well. The catcher has been the big surprise
Narvaez,
of players
yeah.
that play every day, because they knocked Connor Wong right out of the picture.
Well, they still need Connor Wong because that guy, I mean, you can see right now he's getting beat up.
Well,
He's getting beat up a lot.
you don't see catchers anymore playing 125
But
games.
unbelievable. I don't think we discussed this though when they were in the Phillies. He had back-to-back catcher's interference in back-to-back games. One that a walk-off catcher's interference that I thought was really questionable.
That was.
And then the other one where the batter bails out of the box, and the guy's going to steal home. And what is it? You mean to tell me that he has to stay in his crouch to receive the ball?
I think baseball's got 2 or 3 things that are going to be on the horizon that if they do them, is going to change how we know the traditionalists about baseball. One is the ability to call balls and strikes.
Yeah.
I think that's a mistake.
They kind of tinkered with this new system during the All-Star game where the catcher can initiate.
Well, I mean, this is what they're going to do. They do it in the minor leagues first, where the player can call it, the catcher can call it, the pitcher can call it, and say, I want that reviewed, I want that reviewed. Look at Greg Maddux would have probably not won as many games if they did this now, because he wasn't on the thing, he was a ball.
Yeah.
They swung. You had to swing at Maddux because it was never down here. It was.
He made you expand your strike zone, and he painted a lot on the corners.
That shows you that's a pitcher.
Right.
I'll tell you, Nolan Ryan was a pitcher. Why? He threw 100 miles an hour, but he had a
location.
He had a curveball that dropped off the table.
And he could locate, yeah.
Pedro Martinez, classic example of a pitcher. 94 fastball, 84 changeup that looked like a fastball. So if you're a hitter and you're standing up there and say, the guy's going to throw me 94 with the same motion that ball's 84, you're not going to hit it.
No.
You're
going to be whiffing at air. Yeah.
Well, because you're going to be ahead of the ball because you think it's a fastball.
Right.
And again, I go back to Ted, and somebody asked him, I think it was Costas, and I think I gave you that tape. If you listen to it, he says, oh, Ted, did you look at the ball on everybody said that you had such great eyesight that you could actually see the ball on the bat. He says, that's BS.
Yeah.
He said, I knew what I was going to do 15 feet from when the ball was 15 feet from home plate.
Yeah. You got to make your decision then.
He said, because the guy's throwing 98 miles an hour. You can't go, well, I want to wait until it gets on my bat.
And what was really interesting to see in the series against the Phillies was the power hitting versus power pitching. Mm-hmm. They got Schwarber, they got, Bryce Harper, Castellanos, they got all these guys there who can hit it a country mile. And Cora brings in, Aroldis Chapman to kind of keep them off the base.
The other night when he came in and he couldn't, he had 94.
He had a back
not 98, 99. He had some back spasms and whatnot. You see the difference on a guy like him, because when he's throwing strikes consistently now, and he's never been like this, incidentally, you can't hit him.
No.
I mean, plus he's elevated. So you got to be up here.
You got to be worried about your head, But
it looks like it'd kill you anyways. It looks like if he had a gun instead of a ball, he'd use it.
So Al, if you're Craig Breslow at this point, given what you've seen of this team, are you a buyer or are you a seller?
It depends on what's out there. To be honest with you, I think that if they can pick up 1 or 2,
right?
2 because they don't need the 1 with Crochet, but a 2, if they could pick up a credible first baseman, because you don't know what Tristan Casas when he comes back is going to be.
If he's going to come back, he's not going to come back this year.
Or you need a second baseman. Those are the only 3 things that you really need. Story's a good
reliever.
Great.
You need.
I'm talking about the keys. You always need 7 and 8 if you got a guy like Chapman.
So which of those things do you prioritize?
2. I'd go 2. I'd go first and then second, because you get guys that can play second. You got Raphael, you got Hamilton, you got Chapman down.
You go over them over the pitching?
No, I'd go number 2 pitcher.
Okay.
If you can get a number 2, no matter what. Pitching and defense wins.
But that's his. I think Al. You scour the market. You sit there and you go, what's a credible two, and someone that you can control for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to expend some assets. You're gonna wind up.
Sox got a pretty good market, a minor league market for. So teams are looking. Team is looking that says, okay, I've got a pretty good team right now, and all I need is Duran. They'll give up something decent to get him, and that's what the Red Sox know. And they're not going to give him away. But the Sox need some. Look at when Crochet pitches, everybody goes like this. Well, they win. In your mind, you go.
Right.
They got a great chance of winning today.
Right.
It depends on the team, like everything else. I mean, I was happy that he beat the Dodgers, gave up the 2 home runs, and then he came back and pitched like he always does.
Right.
That aside, Buehler, Bello, Giolito has been pretty good. I mean, he's been a 3, not a 2. But if you look at that and say, because they're going to win, you go, I don't know, you hold your breath.
Oh, you really hold your breath
on Bello,
the
you
fifth,
hold your breath on Giolito.
What they've been doing with that 5th spot.
And you really hold your breath on Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
But anyways.
And then there's the news that our friend of the show, Rich Hill, we were so proud that he got picked up by the Kansas City Royals. He ties a major league record, his 14th different team that he's been on. And at 45, Al, is he 45 now? Unbelievable.
I think he's older than 45.
No, he can't be. But
so.
made 2 starts for the Royals and then wound up getting DFA'd by them just recently. So, that's kind of the name of the game.
What'll happen with Rich Hill? If some team gets hot, okay, and they need somebody because their 4 goes down, they'll pick them up.
Why not? Why not here?
No.
Why not here?
He's been here so long.
Well, he's done 2 tours now, 3rd.
Breslow's an interesting guy, though. He'll give up the farm if he thinks he can get the right guys.
Well, I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, you look at some of the moves that were made when they brought in like Steven Pierce. Think about what that guy did. How that changed the complexion of that season.
Incidentally, what's his name? Zdeno Raphael made one of the greatest plays at second base.
Yes.
On that play, and when he dove and just barely, I mean, the umpire, give the umpire credit. He called him out.
Yeah.
No, he called him safe.
And then they overturned it.
Reviewed it.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was a.
Then he makes another diving grab out in center field.
He's a ball player.
Yeah.
He's a ball player. I mean, I look at.
He's electric. That guy's electric. He really is.
I mean, you look at the Yankees are struggling. Toronto's
got swept by the Orioles.
I know, they got swept. Everybody's susceptible in over 162 games. You're going to have ups and downs. The problem with the Red Sox is they've never been really, other than the 10-game winning streak.
Yeah.
They've never had the ups. They've been 500 baseball team other than that 10 games, if you think about it.
Well, that 10-game winning streak really changed the complexion of their season, I think, going into the All-Star break.
Might have changed the mindset, though, of Breslow.
Yes.
If it changes his perception, then he's going to go out and say, look, I got to bring in some guys so we can make the play.
But they keep revealing themselves to be a resilient, likable team. They play hard. They don't give in, Al. They may get conked on the head every now and then, but but they're dealing with what they have.
The only good team that they won 2 out of 3 was the Dodgers. They lost to Chicago. They lost to Philadelphia.
But they took games out of there. They didn't get swept. Yeah. They didn't get swept out.
You got Crochet, you're not going to get swept.
Yeah. Well, but you got it. But it didn't look good though when he gave up those homers back to back.
Oh, that's a sign of a good pitcher, though. They give up 2 runs on 2 home runs, 2 hits, 2 runs. And then he shuts everybody down.
Yeah.
When you look at guys like Giolito, when he first came in, he couldn't get the ball over the plate.
I know. He was coming back.
He's coming back, so you have to give him a chance. That is about the only thing I could say I like. I'm not a huge Cora fan, But I think when he gets somebody in, he sticks with them.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know,
It's interesting. Well, the other, I guess, item of interest now, Al, is Patriots are back on the field down in Foxborough for the start of training camp. A lot of excitement over there. Now the fans down there are getting to see Drake May in action, developing timing with his receiving core. A big competition, a heated competition going on there amongst the receivers. Now we're going to see some of the defenders starting to gel. But there was one casualty, Christian Gonzalez, with what appears to be a hamstring.
It doesn't appear to be, a major thing because it's only a hamstring.
But it could be a nagging thing, Al.
Yeah, it always. I mean, hamstrings. If you have tight hamstrings, the way these guys are out going all the time,
Yeah.
it can happen. But you know what? That's the way it goes. I think the two impressive things that I've seen, one, Drake May threw a 50-yard pass on the button, incidentally. The kid is a decent, better than decent quarterback.
Yeah.
The really thing that's impressed me most is Vrabel. He's got these guys working. He's in there with them.
Yes.
He looks like he's a player, for crying out loud. He's pushing guys off. He said the other day, he said, when I see guys go down on the ground and stay down there, I don't want that.
No.
You get up.
Yes.
And
you can't on the field. You can't in the game.
Every one of those guys said the same thing when they interview him afterwards. You know, we're in the pads. This is what we want. This is how we want to play. But everybody's psyched. We're all fighting for jobs, but there's a atmosphere of we can do it.
I think it's a paradigm shift in the culture right now.
Talk about Kraft making a huge mistake and putting that kid in last year.
Mayo.
I mean, the kid might have been a decent guy and everything. He just was never there.
Al,
with the team that was never
when they brought Vrabel back, for his Hall of Fame induction, remember?
Yeah.
He comes in, and I just sat there, and to hear him speak at that time, Al, I was like, if I'm Kraft, I don't let that guy leave my building without having him know that he's going to be my next coach.
I think Kraft tried to do what he thought was the socially appropriate thing to do, and in his mind, and it might have been, but the kid was really not capable of taking a team that was 4-12,
overmatched.
Yeah,
overmatched,
and put him with that team. If he had a team that was 10-7,
how
he
can
might have
you
been okay.
expect a guy who's learning the job on the fly to show people what to do?
Right.
In Vrabel, you got a guy who's done it.
That was a
He's
self-fulfilling
been there. He's
prophecy.
even out Fox Belichick.
It was a self-fulfilling prophecy that he was going to lose or fail. I shouldn't say lose. He'd fail.
Yeah.
This guy here, the expectation is, oh my God, they're playing hard. He knows what he's doing. I think they could be a 9-8, 10-7 type team.
I like though the components that he's brought together.
Yeah, well,
the big run-stopping defensive tackles.
Well, they want to play here now.
The physical edge rushers.
These guys
really
are
good
in,
secondary.
These guys are coming
defense.
in here and they're saying, this is the way the team should be. This is the structure for preseason, the way it should be, so that we're ready on September or August, whenever the heck it starts, to play.
And the other brilliant stroke of genius was to get Josh McDaniels back as the offensive coordinator.
Well, I think it helps. It helps a kid like May.
Yes.
Two-time
and now
coach.
you're gonna see his development take off.
We'll
I
see.
think.
We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, he's been making good throws. He's been making good decisions, and that's what you think about the quarterbacks that guy's worked with.
But one of the things that I've learned is that if Drake May throws a dog to Steppin Diggs, he's not going to get it because he couldn't get that dog the other day. I don't know if you saw. He was chasing it around the field. I said, "Here's a kid that can catch 50-yard passes."
That's great, though. I love it. I love that stuff. And that's great.
Anyways.
But, you know, it kind of humanizes the team in a way. You know, it brings certain elements of the community together. I think, and it's funny, I think colleague Dan Shaughnessy wrote about it, how they now are the team that everyone is going to be kind of gravitating back to.
Although this is a baseball and hockey town originally, not a football town.
Or basketball. Basketball?
Well, you're talking basketball in the 40s, the 50s.
Al, come
Hockey's
on.
been around here, and baseball have been around since the teens. But on the Bruins, just before we run out of time, the big question now is Swayman, Corpusalo, and DiPietro. Because Boosie's gone.
Yeah.
He got taken. So Corpusalo could get traded. He'll bring you something because somebody might need a second goalie that they think has been around for a while that can handle it.
So do you think DiPietro is going to be the second guy here?
I do. I think they're going to trade Corpusalo and they're going to package him with, and I'm hearing this, don't ask me where.
Pasternak?
No, Pavel Zacha going back to Buffalo.
Wow.
And to Buffalo with Corpusalo. You know, it's funny because Corpusalo went to Buffalo, was with Buffalo, and we gave them, they got Linus Ullman. And what goes around comes around. What the Bruins, I don't think it's a good thing to trade Pavel Zacha because you could disrupt
that line.
Pasternak, they're both Czechs.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I think that's an important factor. But the Bruins, I'm concerned about Swayman. I think he had a bad year last year. He had a good world, whatever they call
World
that.
Juniors, yeah.
He played pretty well there.
Yeah, the World Championship.
The other kid, Lindholm, had a good as well. He started to score. He came around at the end of the year last year.
Zadorov, I thought.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They have solidified a little.
Well, it seems like they
still need a right.
Some of these free agents that they went
defenseman.
acquired, some of these guys come with this reputation of playing with some snarl.
Well, there's one guy that's out there that they want to get.
Tanner Janot is a.
Yeah, here's the problem. You know, Odverton they took from Edmonton. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
They paid too much for the other kid that you just mentioned. I mean, they gave him a 5-year deal. Why? I don't know. But they got Corrali back. They're going to be a better team than they were last year.
Yeah.
I mean, don't forget they were in the bottom third. This year, I think they're going to be close to being a card kind of team, that not the team that's going to win. Toronto's still got enough, and Florida has still got enough, and Tampa has got enough. So if you look at this, and it's going to be interesting. I think the Rangers stole Sullivan, which I wish the Bruins had done.
Big time.
I don't know enough about Marco Sturm in terms of the ability to. The Bruins are going to have to
be like the Gerard Mayo of the Bruins.
Well, I hope not. I mean, he's been around a lot longer than Gerard Mayo in terms, but I think what he's going to have a problem with is how does he handle new players? Because this team has only got a handful of players that have been around for a while.
Well, he has a good reputation of dealing with.
Well, that's what he does have, and we'll see. I mean, it's going to be interesting.
All righty. Well, that's going to do it for us. And we want to thank you for spending some time here on Stepping Up to the Plate. We look forward to seeing you here next time. All righty. Take care, everyone.